It's not about picking stocks. It's about picking the right portfolio.
So this is from Scott Bruin in Pleasanton, California. The Mucker-in-Chief added ITB to real-time alerts yesterday and noted that this is due to DR Horton's performance, so it was an opportunity. Taking a closer look at the ETF, I see DHI is the number one holding, Lowe's and Home Depot are the fifth and sixth, totaling 9% of the ETF. Both of these have been mentioned more than a few times as favorite shorts from my retail brothers, McGough and McLean, on the call. Are Lowe and HD still on the M&M Brothers short list, and if so, do we expect these stocks to pull ITF further? Is a signal leading us into a trap? And I think this is an interesting question because we do look at all the ETFs and the components, but I think the signal, and really we've seen it this week, really does trump the fundamentals and trump the quads, and we saw it with Netflix. Tesla played out as we would have expected, but how do you think about sort of because all these stocks, the underlying makeup of these ETFs, and just balancing. Okay, well, my analyst is negative on these, or I'm negative on these, but the ETF itself is bullish.
Yeah. ITB, primary screen, 1. What is the signal? Low end of the risk range. That got me to buy it. Okay, low end of the risk range, plus it's bullish from a trend perspective. Okay. So if you couldn't tell that I said bullish, it's green. Bullish trend, low end of the range. That will get me to buy anything or consider it. Right? 2, I pull up the top 10 holdings in the ITB. Well done, Jedi. Number 1, DR Horton. Huge. This is why I did it. I mean, this thing is 15% of the bloody thing. 15. All right. 2, Lennar, 13. In these two alone, it's like all these ETFs. They're super concentrated, right? You have almost a third of them are in 2 builders, right? To your point, but we'll get to it later. Pulte. Are we doing a call with him today?
We are doing a call with Bill Pulte, 11 a.m. He's been a subscriber of Hedgeye. Now he's got his own private equity firm, and he's a big philanthropist on Twitter. So we're very excited to talk to him. He knows a lot about housing, knows a lot about stocks, is going after CEOs that are not acting nicely. So we're excited to have Bill on later today.
Okay, now let's just finish this out here. Okay, can you guys still see the bottom of the screen? Okay, so this thing is the number 1, 2, 3. Home Depot is the number 5, and Lowe's is the number 7. Now, the question was very good because it asks the fundamental component of what Hedgeye thinks. Isn't Brian McGough bearish on Home Depot and Lowe's? Now, Home Depot and Lowe's collectively make up, Home Depot's at 4.5%, Lowe's is 4%. So that's 8.5%, not 28%. And if I add Pulte, it's 28 plus 8%. What's 28? That's 36%. Mucker, you can do math, dude. 36% is builder's exposure. 8% is this. Here's the key. So I already have my answer anyway. Even if these were both red, Home Depot is signaling bullish trade and trend. Remember the real-time alert where I covered that? That was embedded in the decision. I said, I'm not shorting this anymore. I don't care what Brian thinks. Now, this one just went back to bearish trend yesterday, but had been bullish trend as well. So separating, in as much as you're going to separate your emotion or your resulting, trying to get to the performance number before you get to your process, you're going to really, this is baseline thing, decision making.